Hello, Sagittarius. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, and I have got your wonderful March forecast right here. Of course, you probably know that Jupiter has been in Sagittarius for a while, and it is just blessing you all over the place. When it is in your own sign, for goodness sake, oh, just go with it. Absolutely wonderful. Optimism galore, expansion, truth. Now, I want to tell you that there are 3 celestial events that occur on the 6th of March. And I've got to tell you about this because it's rare that we have 3 celestial events on the same day in the same degree. Let me start with the first one, the new moon. The new moon is on the 6th of March. It's in 15 Pisces, 47 in your 4th house. Of course, it sits on the sun. The new moon is conjunct the sun. And so this gives energy to the home and family, to real estate. On the new moon, that's when energy starts moving forward. Now, for 2 days prior to the new moon, no energy. People are just tired. It's hard for them to get moving. And so on the new moon, you'll see if you have been waiting for information on a home or from a family member or anything dealing with real estate, including just being able to stay home and enjoy it, that new moon on the 6th is wonderful. The second celestial event I want to tell you about is Mercury going retrograde. Now, many of you are familiar with Mercury retrograde. You study astrology, you know what it is. For those of you who may not know, Mercury rules communication, correspondence, and transportation, our mouth and our minds. When Mercury goes retrograde, it appears to be moving backwards in the heavens. It's not, but it appears that way, and that's how it feels on Earth. Things are totally confused, especially when it comes to those areas ruled by Mercury: communication, correspondence, transportation. We do not start a new project under a retrograde Mercury because it will either fizzle out completely or have to be redone within the year. And that's just what's so. So, if there is an issue with a family member, this might be a real good time while Mercury is retrograde to tie up that loose end, to have a family meeting perhaps. If there's been an issue with your home, if there's been a problem with it and you haven't been able to fix it, this would be the time to tie up that loose end. I hope I'm making sense, because astrology is really pretty simple. And Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 5th, go stationary retrograde, and start its backward motion on the 6th in 29 degrees of Pisces. So you think you're finishing up a project, perhaps of a spiritual nature, and Mercury says, not so fast. We got to redo stuff. It goes direct on the 28th. So for the whole month of March, tie up loose ends. Now, the third celestial event that occurs is very important. And this is Uranus going into Taurus. Uranus has been in Aries for a few years. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is unpredictable. Uranus, rebellion can help you accomplish many things. But Uranus and Aries, think of Mars. Mars rules Aries. If you have a Mars-Uranus conjunction, you are like shot out of a cannon. And now that Uranus has moved into Taurus, or will move into Taurus, on the 6th, Taurus is a lot more placid and calm. It's practical, it's logical. Now, Uranus is going to blow things up in the area of money in Taurus. However, in your birth chart, or excuse me, your solar chart, Uranus sits on your sixth cusp, and it can shake things up at work for you. Do you want to work at home? Do you want to work more independently? Do you want to be an independent contractor? There's Uranus right there. Do you want to study astrology? Do you want to work at astrology? There it is, right there. Do you want to make a change in your health routine? There it is, right there. So what you want to do is expect the unexpected and expect the opportunity to create the unexpected at work. Okay, let me keep on going with the planets. Venus, the planet of love and beauty and money, is in your third house. And so this is the house of communication. You're looking at things through loving eyes. You're communicating lovingly. Venus is also what you love. Short trips, very important. Very, very important. Now on the 26th, Venus joins the Sun and Mercury in your fourth house. Actually, by then, the Sun has moved into the fifth, but it moves into the fourth house, brings love to your relationships, family relationships, brings beauty to your home. Now, prior to that, prior to the 20th, the Sun is in the fourth house. And so your family, your home, they are the center of your life. On the 20th, the Sun moves into your fifth house of fun and games and children. And you might have to remind a child that you are the parent, because the Sun tends to be the authority figure. So if you have a kid, this would be the oldest one probably, you have to say, I'm the parent. It's a really good time to socialize with your friends, to have lots and lots of fun with or without your kids. If they're little kids, you know, play dates are what we're talking about. But older kids can have their own fun. On the 20th, things change. Sun goes into the fifth, and we have a full moon in 0 degrees of Libra. Now, after the new moon, energy starts moving forward. It starts growing, and this moon starts moving around the zodiac. By the full moon, the energy is so tight, it's like you've blown up a balloon. And all it takes is one more breath of air, and the balloon bursts. That's the full moon. It's on the cusp of your 11th house of friends, group activities, humanitarian projects. And because it is in 0 Libra, it indicates a new start. So this might be reawakening an old friendship. We're starting new friendships. I love it. Okay. Now, we talked about Uranus on that 6th house cusp. Remember, after the full moon, the energy wanes, and then we have another new moon next month. Uranus is on that 6th cusp. Mars, the red planet, is in that 6th house. Mars is what you fight with and fight for. So, are you fighting people at work? Are you putting your work first? This may be a project that you have to get going. So your work is coming first to you. And with Uranus on that cusp, we're using perhaps an unusual approach, a different technique. When it comes to your health, Mars rules inflammation. So what you want to do is make sure that you have an outlet for irritation or anger. The 6th house is health. Go to the gym. Work it out there. Rather than go toe-to-toe with a coworker, go toe-to-toe with a step machine or a treadmill, or just pump some iron. So your work, your health, very, very important. They come first to you. So that's the way March looks for you. I love the Sun in the 5th house. I want to invite you to participate in my full moon ceremony on the 20th. It's always free of charge. It's here in Atlanta at the Phoenix and Dragon bookstore. If you're not able to be here in person, remember we start at 7 Eastern time. Just convert your time zone to Eastern, and from 7 to 8, join us. You'll feel the energy. And if you do not have an actual copy of your real, sure enough birth chart, go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, and send me your birth data, month, day, and year, city, and state if you're born in the States. If you're born out of the United States, city and country, and the exact time you were born. And I will send you a printout. It's not an interpretation, it's the actual chart. Your natal chart. And you can follow along as I go through my monthly forecasts with you. So, I hope that you have found this to be helpful. Oh, I've got one thing. If you would like me to do your forecast for you, just go to my website, select the forecast, and we will get together. I will do a video for you of the next 12 months. I know you'll enjoy it. So, till next month, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.